Hello, this is Meiju. Welcome to watch my knitting podcast. If you are new to my channel, I'm a knitwear designer from Helsinki, Finland. I have been knitting my whole life and making knitting patterns at least 10 years now. I am currently making a book, knitting book for Line magazine, or the book will be published by Line magazine. And now that my summer holidays are over, I realized that I think it was a couple of videos back when I said that we are going to travel with my family around Finland, and I'm going to take some footage if I can, because sometimes when you travel with your family, at least for me, it's sometimes impossible to take some footage, at least for my YouTube videos. But this year it happened that I have so much material that I was actually thinking of podcasting last week, and this week I was thinking that I should make a video. Now it's Wednesday, I think. So on Monday I thought that I should make a video, but then I started to look at all the video footage that I had took during the summer, and I realized that there is so much of that footage that it would take ages for me to edit and download and make the video with the podcasting. So I decided that I would put something in the beginning of this video, and I will put a longer clips in the end of this video, and I will put more clips to the future videos, because this video would be too long if I would add everything in the end. So in the future videos you will see clips from our summer road trips, first with my family, with my whole family, and after that my mother-in-law took the kids and watched the kids, so we could travel with my husband in the western part of Finland. For example, we went to this beautiful lighthouse island, and we were spending one night there. It was incredible island and incredible nature, and there was, I haven't seen a sunset in years. At least it feels for me like I haven't seen a proper sunset in years. So there was a beautiful rainbow and beautiful sunset on that island. So I'm not putting that footage in the end, but I will put it in the future videos and tell you more about that maybe later. We traveled with my family in the middle part of Finland, or southern Ostrobothnia, which is an area about 400 kilometers from Helsinki to up north. And there was this zoo that we visited with our kids, and then we visited one of my friends' summer cottage. They had a beautiful place there with on a lakeside, and we could try a soup pot there, and it was really fun day to spend there. But the subject matter of this video is that I have something to show you. They are here and here, and then I have one publication. I don't have it here, but I will put the photo here. I will talk about that soon, and then I will update you about my bookmaking schedule and what is happening with the bookmaking. So but first let's start with what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing my golden Adeline cardigan. This is short-sleeved slightly oversized cardigan with stockinette stitch front and back yoke, and then there is lace stitch in the bottom part. I will stand up so you will see it more clearly. So it's kind of, it's not long, it's just I can't fit myself into the picture. It almost covers my bottom. This is something that I knit at least 7 years ago, because I was remembering that when we took photos of this cardigan, we took the photos inside this house where we moved 7.5, no, almost, well, my youngest child is turning 8, so 7 years ago. We have lived here over 7 years now, and we had this old couch, sofa, old sofa, yes, which was really horrible to sit on, because when you sat on it, it kind of disappeared from below from you, so it was horrible to sit. And after we have been sitting on that sofa for some time, we decided to buy a new one, so we recycled that sofa. But I remember that when we took photos, we kind of were moving that sofa all over around because it was so light. It was easy to move. So I remember that we took photos downstairs beside that sofa, which was horrible. But the cardigan has kind of kept the yarn has been really kept its, how do you call it? It's still like holding up really good. So it's silk merino. This is the uncommon thread silk merino, and I have worn this this cardigan a lot. It's have been a kind of transitional piece for me. I have been wearing it during spring and during fall, and it's been almost like a party outfit for me. I have been wearing it with long-sleeved shirts underneath and something fancy, or maybe a dress. So it has been, even if it's relaxed and can be worn like a daily outfit with the silk in it, it has had this feeling of kind of that it can be worn with fancier outfits too. So I have worn it a lot, and the yarn has held its very well, and with silk in it, it's kind of really shining, I think. It's fingering weight, the uncommon thread merino silk. I don't know if they still have that yarn, but they have at least something similar base with it. So it's my golden Adeline sweater. I have designed it myself, and you can find the pattern from my Ravelry store. Then I'm so happy that I can show you something, because I have been knitting the book over half year now, and I haven't been able to show you anything what I'm knitting at the moment, mainly because I want to keep them in secret for now. But now I have something to show you, and I could start with these socks. So this is the yarn that I showed you in my last video episode, in which I thought that about the yarns that I bought from from the Jyväskylä Knit Festival, and this was Kettu Yarn's Kotiwool sock. It's a sock yarn that is Finnish wool and nylon in it, and it's really I kind of fell in love with this yarn in that skein, and I had to buy it, and it felt like those, if I would knit socks with that yarn, it would really hold that. The yarn would hold, and that the sock wouldn't get broken in the first dance lesson that I would Zoom dance lesson that I would get with those socks on. So here are the first sock. I cast on this yesterday, so and because I have to write the pattern at the same time that I'm knitting the sock, it's kind of slow. So if I just only would have knit the sock, I would be finished with the sock already, but I had to write the pattern, so that's why I'm slower. Sorry, I have a little bit sore throat at the moment. So anyway, the pattern is kind of twisted turns. There you don't have to use cable needle with it. I think the yarn complements the stitch pattern really well. It's kind of looking rustic as it should. and I was taking time measuring my gauge, because with rustic yarns I'm tending to have looser gauge that the recommended gauge usually is, and there was this gauge of 28 stitches in 10 centimeters or 4 inches, and I got that gauge with size 2.5 millimeter needles, which is US 1.5, I think. So I think I'm happy with the gauge. I tried to knit as tight as I could, because with socks, the tighter the gauge, the better the sock will hold. So sorry again. So I'm happy now, and the socks, the fit is perfect. The socks goes easily to my feet, and the size of the sock is at the moment something like EU 38, which is I think US 7.8 or 8, I think. It's difficult to remember the sizes. And then there are the... So this is my Sukkablokki sock blocker, so it's 38 and it fits really, and when I wet it will kind of stretch this out. I will make 3 sizes of these socks, so they will be for men, for women, 38 size, and then one pattern repeat larger, and then there will be a child sock size too. So happy to show you some socks, because I have said before that I don't like to knit socks, but I fell in love with this yarn, and this yarn makes all so much easier and happier. And after making a book with several large garments, it's really lovely to knit socks for a change. So I'm really happy how they are turning out. Then again, this headband. If you follow my Instagram, you have probably seen this, because this is, I have shown you this before. I think it was last fall, probably. I can't remember. Or before Christmas, almost Christmas. I decided that I had to cast on something really fun, and I was thinking that I could make a headband and give it away as a Christmas present. But then I was unable to finish in time, and I kind of was unable to make the knot in time. So that kind of stopped that idea of a Christmas gift. And then it happened that I was I didn't write the pattern then, but now I was able to write the pattern again, and here it is. I just have to put this for the test knitting. This uses 4 or 5 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 colors of scrap yarns that I had in my stash. So this is perfect project for little amounts of scrap yarn. I think I used some, I still have to weight this up. I used some 80 grams, I think, of DK weight scraps in 4 colors. So I'm thinking that I should make more patterns that are utilizing all the scrap yarns that I have, and I'm constantly thinking how to use them, but I'm trying to improve myself in that thing. Then there is this sweater, yay! This is something that is still unfinished. The collar is missing. As you can see, there is a cable panel in the front, and there is simple raglan sleeve shaping, short rows for in the front, or short rows to lift the back higher than the front. And this has been waiting kind of inspiration of what should I do with the collar, because I was first thinking that I should make a large turtleneck collar, but now I'm kind of hesitating, and I have an idea of making a shorter collar which uses this little detail that I want to use here. And I'm probably going to do that tomorrow if I'm kind of decided that that's what I want to do. And yeah, but it will be soon available for test knitting, and I'm hoping to publish it in September, I think. So it will wait there for some more knitting and then blocking. And then there is this shawl. Which is now being test knitted. So this is something that has been also something that has been waiting. The green isn't that colored. It's weird how the camera took some of the green color away. And then there is this, I have used this technique of knit front back with 2 colors, and that makes that easier to carry the other yarn along the edge of the shawl. So It's been test knitted and it will be published in the end of August, I think. And then there is this new pattern that I released earlier this week. It's Eudaimonia Tea. It's a lovely short-sleeved tee which is knit in Sadness Garn alpaca silke. And I don't have the sample here with me because it's knit by one of my friends, and she knit her size and modeled also the sample. That's why I don't have the sample here, but it's a V back top, so the V is on the back, but some of my test knitters made a bold move and they put the V-neck in the front, or they didn't put it there, they just wore it other way around, which is possible. You can wear it the V-neck on the front or on the back, so it's completely possible to wear it like that if you like. The V-neck depth varies in some in sizes, so there are instructions how to modify the depth of the V-neck, so it's possible to modify it even if the sizing isn't what you like in that pattern, but I have instructions there. So that's what I published this week, and I'm really happy about it, how much love it has got on Ravelry and on Instagram. So please hit the like button on Ravelry and on this video, of course, if you like the pattern. It's always good to have visibility on Ravelry, and on Ravelry Ravelry kind of puts first the patterns that hit more likes. So if you want to support, you always hit the like button if you like it at least a little. About the book making, I had a Zoom meeting today with the line folks, and we discussed about the situation of my samples and my pattern writing, and the situation is this, that I have only one sleeve to knit, and then I have some finishing to do. I still have to rip back one of the garments and make it slightly shorter. Then I have to find buttons to one cardigan. I have some pom-poms to make to the hats. There are these little things that I still have to make. I have blocked some garments, I haven't blocked them all. Then I have to do some pattern writing and pattern finishing. But all the patterns are now being test knitted, and I have received lovely comments from test knitters about the patterns, and I'm able to translate everything in the Finnish because the book comes out in 2 languages, in my mother language, which is Finnish, and then in English, which is the language that I mostly write my patterns. So everything is going in the schedule. Then we talked about the schedule of the photo shooting, but we don't have exact schedule yet. But I think it will it will happen sometime in early fall. So the book release schedule is still something that isn't yet decided, but we'll see how it goes, because after the photo shoot there will be some layout and editing, and they still have to tech edit in Line magazine the book, and yeah, there will be a lot of work still with the book, but the most of the work is with Line and not with me, so I'm happy that I'm almost done with everything. Of course, I still have to proofread layouted version, but yay, I'm almost done. And that's what I'm doing in the August. I'm going to finish all the little things that have to be finished with those knits, and then I'm just sitting on my computer and checking out the patterns and improving my pattern writing and taking care of all the comments that I have received and everything. So it's going forward. I'm happy. Yay! And now that's all for today. I'm putting some I'm putting some footage of our road trips in the end. So you will see some of the Finnish nature and Finland, how it looks like in the summer. We find this perfect swimming place, a little really small lake. We have a word for small lake in Finnish language, but I don't know if I don't have the word in my vocabulary in English. So it was really small lake, less than 1 kilometer, because my husband swam around the lake and it took half an hour. So I think it was something like 500 meters long, the lake. It was so beautiful and the water was so clean and bright. I haven't seen that kind of water in Finland. It was the color was also greenish, turquoise, so it was kind of something that I haven't seen. Then we went to the zoo. Then we had some visits on our friend's place. I will put footage of that in the end of this video, and I will put some footage in the future videos about the rest of our summer. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you soon again. Bye!